light. It is the beginning and the end of everything. The first expression of creation and the final form of awakening, Nikola Tesla said. If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. He meant that everything that exists is a pulse of light slowed into form. Joe Dispenza says you are not linear beings living in time. You're beings of energy living in frequency. Both are describing the same truth. The body, the mind, and the universe are light arranged by awareness. Tesla devoted his life to understanding light as energy. He believed that behind every particle of matter was a rhythm, a pattern, a vibration. He saw light not as something that only travels through space, but as the fundamental medium through which existence expresses itself. He called it radiant energy, the invisible force that connects everything. Joe Dispenza brings that same truth inward. He teaches that when consciousness rises beyond survival and emotion, it begins to radiate. The body literally becomes lighter, electrically and emotionally. You stop being a dense particle bound by the past and begin to live as a wave of possibility. In that moment, you do not just reflect light. You become it. Tesla once said, "My brain is only a receiver." He understood that light carried information. Inspiration, creativity, and intelligence came not from thinking harder, but from tuning the mind to receive higher frequencies. Joe teaches that meditation is this act of tuning. When you lift your awareness beyond body, environment, and time, you enter the spectrum where pure information exists. Thought becomes vision. Vision becomes energy. Energy becomes reality. Imagine standing in a dark room. When you turn on a light, the darkness does not fight it. It simply disappears. The same is true of the mind. When awareness illuminates fear, guilt, or limitation, they dissolve. You cannot fight darkness. It can only bring light. Tesla discovered that high-frequency light could pass through solid matter. Joe teaches that high-frequency emotions like love and gratitude pass through resistance the same way. Both knew that the higher the frequency, the less it is affected by density. Tesla believed that all matter is frozen light. Joe adds that all consciousness is the light that unfreezes it. When your energy rises, your cells, your heart, and your thoughts begin to move faster, more coherently, till the body and mind operate as one field of radiant intelligence. This is not poetic. It is measurable. Heart and brain coherence create harmonic electromagnetic waves that extend several feet beyond the body. That light interacts with the field around you. You literally begin to shine. Tesla's laboratories glowed with arcs of light. He would walk among them calmly, knowing that the energy was not dangerous when harmonized. He said, "The day science begins to study non-physical phenomena, it will make more progress in 1 decade than in all the previous centuries." Joe fulfills that prophecy, studies light inside the body. He measures gamma waves that surge through the brain during deep meditation, hundreds of times stronger than normal brain activity. Those waves are light in motion. They are the biological signature of becoming luminous. Becoming light does not mean escaping the body. It means inhabiting it fully. Tesla said the universe is alive with a core frequency that never ceases to vibrate. Joe says when you become still enough to feel that vibration, you merge with it. Feel the hum of existence inside your chest. You feel the same current that powers stars moving through your veins. You realize that you are not a separate observer of light, but the consciousness through which light expresses itself. Every emotion carries a frequency. Fear slows light. Love accelerates it. Gratitude balances it. When you choose thoughts and feelings that lift your frequency, your body becomes a clearer conductor. Tesla used copper and crystal to transmit energy with minimal loss. Joe teaches that love and coherence are the inner conductors of light. The purer your emotion, the cleaner your transmission. When energy moves freely, time begins to change. Moments stretch. Awareness expands. You start to see synchronicities appear around you. People arrive with perfect timing. Opportunities align. That is not coincidence. It is resonance. Light bends reality around coherence. Tesla built coils that could illuminate bulbs from miles away. Joe shows that a coherent heart can illuminate lives in the same way. The light within one person can awaken light in another through frequency alone. Tesla believed that the universe was a symphony of vibration. Joe teaches that when you live as light, You join that symphony consciously. You stop forcing life and begin harmonizing with it. You speak less. You listen more. You stop trying to control outcomes because you feel the current guiding you. You no longer pray for light. You breathe as it. Think about this. When a wave of light encounters resistance, it does not stop. It bends. It adapts. It continues. The awakened mind does the same. Obstacles no longer appear as enemies, but as mirrors that show where energy is still heavy. You do not fight them. You let light do what it always does. Transform density into clarity. Tesla said, "The gift of mental power comes from God, the divine being." And if we concentrate our minds on that truth, we become in tune with this great power. Joe calls that state the unified mind. When the observer and the observed are no longer separate, light flows without interruption. The body becomes the instrument of awareness itself. When you meditate long enough, there comes a moment where your breath slows, your body disappears, and you feel a warmth rising through your spine. It expands into your head and bursts into stillness. You feel infinite and small at the same time. That is the moment Tesla tried to describe when he said he could sense the rotation of the Earth. It is the moment Joe calls becoming no one, nowhere, in no time. It is the moment you stop being matter, observing light, and realize you are the light observing itself. Tesla worked to transmit free energy across the planet. Joe teaches how to transmit free energy across consciousness. Tesla's towers lit the air. Joe's meditations light the soul. Both knew that illumination was never meant to be hoarded. The true purpose of becoming light is to radiate it without condition. The more you live as light, the less effort life requires. You attract rather than chase. You flow rather than force. You move through the world as if it is breathing with you. That is not fantasy. It is coherence between human and field. The field does not reward struggle. It responds to harmony. Becoming light also means becoming transparent. You can no longer hide from yourself. Every thought, every intention is visible in your frequency, but instead of judging it, you simply adjust the dial. You bring more love, more gratitude, more compassion into the signal, and the field responds. Tesla said, "When we understand vibration, we will have the key to everything." Joe gives that key to every person willing to look inward. He reminds us that light is not something to earn or reach. It is our natural state obscured by fear, distraction, and doubt. Remove those, and illumination is automatic. When you truly live as light, you see that there was never darkness to fight, only light forgotten. You see that every person you meet is another beam of the same source, bent through a different angle. You realize that creation is not separate from creator. It is the creator exploring itself through infinite reflections of light. So what does it mean to live as frequency? It means to be so aligned that your very presence shifts the space you enter. It means you no longer look for signs that the universe hears you because you feel it moving through you. It means you walk gently, speak clearly, love as Lee. It means you live as light. Tesla's final words before his passing were whispered to an empty room. Everything is light. Joe often says in his teachings, "You are divine by design." Both messages are the same. The universe is luminous awareness experiencing itself. The only difference between you and the stars is the way the light moves. You do not need to rise higher. You only need to become clearer. The light is already here. Every breath, every thought, every beat of your heart is proof that the universe is still creating through you. Close your eyes. Feel the pulse in your chest. That is light condensed into rhythm. Breathe into it until it expands beyond your body. Feel the field respond. That is not imagination. That is illumination. You are not becoming the light someday. You are remembering the light you have always been. You are not living in frequency. You are frequency made alive. And when you finally know that, when you live it with every breath, the search ends. The journey collapses into presence. The field recognizes itself in you. You are light. You are love. You are the frequency of creation remembering itself.